Kali ini kita live lagi guys. Setelah banyak kendala, kita live lagi. Kita mulai dari awal. Watch Dogs Legion ya guys. Oke. Kita mulai saja guys, Watch Dogs Legion guys. Mungkin biar langsung saja. Kita mulai dari awal guys. Kita klasik aja guys. Kita klasik aja guys. Untuk permadet will die after ini apa bedanya? Operative will die after taking the man and be permanent dead. Nggak usah lah ya. Kan namanya permainan itu bikin happy aja guys. Oke. Confirm guys. Oke guys, ini memang sengaja dimatikan suaranya guys. Suara musik maksudnya guys. Karena mempengaruhi dengan legal hak cipta di YouTube guys. Jadi kita mengamankan itu guys. Oke, sambil menunggu tombol-tombolnya lupa saya. Kita jalan aja guys. Kita coba saja guys. Ini kita coba pakai laptop Asus ROG guys. Karena dia sudah ada RTX 2070 guys.
London, what a town! History around every corner and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the
Efeknya
Tube.
bagus kan guys ya.
The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
Ada drone. Ini kayaknya drone yang jahat ini guys. Oh, namanya Dalton guys.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Oh, ini drone ini bisa nembak guys. Kalau drone yang tadi itu polisi guys, dia cuma mantau.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am.
Oke, awal yang bagus.
I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Oke, kita masuk dalam ceritanya guys. Sekarang kita mencoba mengecek kondisi. Kita investigasi street apartment.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
By control. Oh, bisa geser. Oke.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Iya dah. Kondisi aman. Suara dari mana? Oke. Oh iya, tenang, jangan berisik. Ini apa? Sepatunya berisik ya. Hold on lock door. Oh, ditekan yang lama, yang tengah. Jadi ketahuan itunya di situ. Jauh ya. Oke. Nah, apa? Oh. Ini apa sih? Kita tuh ke sana ya. Tadi ada orang. Orangnya di mana? Oh, itu dia. Oke. Oke. Udah mati semua kan? Kita matikan ini.
They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Kita hack dikit.
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Kita hidupin aja dah lah. Oke. Masuk. Masuk guys, pelan-pelan guys. Sabar, tenang. Ini nggak bawa pistol lagi ah.
Electrical is live. Repeat. The fireworks are live.
Oh, fuck me.
The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters.
Oh, ini dinamit
Bagley, is
semua
that-
guys.
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Dinamit guys.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
Hancur ini guys gedung ini. Ini dinamit semua. Waduh. Oke. Tampol-tampolin aja guys. Itu guys. Musuhnya nih. Satu lagi di sana kan. Hampir ketahuan.
They've staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first. Bagley, is that not the detonator?
No, but it's a transmitter sending a signal to a device on the floor above us. Safe to assume that would be the detonator we're looking for.
Oh, itu transmitter. Oh, ini cuma transmitter. Waduh. Detonatornya masih di atas dong. Gawat ini. Gawat guys, tenang guys. Kita ngintip dulu guys. Oke, nggak ada orang. Sedang. Oke, kita ke atas guys. Penjahat menghancurkan satu gedung gede nih guys di Inggris. Waduh.
Right in the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
Di mana? Oh, itu dia.
I found the detonator.
Kenapa
And it's
kita-
definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake.
Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door. Shit. Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long is this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Oke. It's time to war, guys. Gimana pakai sepatu lagi? Pakai senjata gimana ini, guys? Aduh.
They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Oh, udah bawa senjata dia. Oke.
Any sign of the target?
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
A little help here!
lagi nih.
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up,
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
Ternyata di gedung lain ada guys.
There isn't any time.
Menghidupkan
Our sisters at the
satu
town
flag
conference.
yang lain.
We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down.
Aduh, di dalam hancur.
Sabine!
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Command centernya kena guys. Waduh. Bagaimana nih? Ini harus ambil senjata dulu yang banyak nih. Kita menuju mana? Kita kemana ini? Baik lagi kah?
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes.
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
Wait.
Hostile been hit.
In position. Yeah. Shit! I'm getting shot at here!
Taking fire.
Reloading! Fighting in! I need backup now! All of them? All?
Come on.
Finding cover! Come get me then!
Oke guys. Sekali kan.
Okay.
Nggak bisa diberhentiin apa ya parabolanya ya.
Bingo.
Sip.
No.
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
The fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work. Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The Plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. Zero Day.
Meledak satu gedung. 2 gedung guys. 3 gedung. Waduh.
It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my god.
Ini namanya pengerusakan nama Watchdog nanti nih guys. Jadi yang merusak hacker lain, tapi hacker Watchdog yang
Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
This evening, mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser focused on
Press
bringing
conference
the
today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec, the terrorist group responsible. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be
DedSec yang kena guys.
operations are posting
Kalau
record
DedSec mau
profits due
menyelamatkan
to
guys.
increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Ini hacker dalam
crime
politik
numbers take a
guys.
dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton
Guiding Londoners. As Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs thanks to the deployment.
news outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few
To reprimand the
Albion.
public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet
Dan semua
that
rakyat
terrorist
butuh
group
DedSec,
DedSec
guys.
were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply do not support any other story.
Oke. Berat ya guys. Berat ini. Karena kita dianggap hacker yang
I need to assemble a
mengganggu
team,
negara
but
Inggris
I
itu.
can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
Oke, kita akses
I'm Claire
Spider
Waters,
Drop.
and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a
server
scapegoat.
utamanya di game ini,
Now I
guys.
have Emily calling in. Emily,
Jadi kalau
what's
kita
your
bisa
take?
akses
You're
CTOS,
absolutely
kita
right,
bisa
Claire.
akses
The
semua
government's just
database.
framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably had no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colours. It's terrifying to think we harboured such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared, harness us with mind control, suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us, and even in death they'll sell off our bodies.
And what do you suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the truth along with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women being paid lucrative amounts for the city's defense? Are they protecting us?
Sedikit rada hayal. Dia mengakses ke seluruh jaringan BTS, guys. Satelit ini, guys. Oh, dapat semuanya, guys.
Shit, situation is worse than I thought.
Nah, ini teman-teman DedSec kita
Brilliant.
ambil, guys.
Let's get the people
Ini yang
of
masih
London on
hidup
board.
ini, guys, yang belum tertangkap. Oke, kita cari yang kita mau. Kalau bisa sih yang jago ngehack ya, guys. Karena kita butuhkan tuh yang jago hack. Nah, ini hack deh. Video game designer. Nah, ini juga jago hack nih. Oke, yang kita dapat ini select sama ini select. Mana lagi yang bisa kita ambil? Kita nggak butuh senjata, guys. Dalam menghack itu kita butuh logic. Apa ya? Orang kripto kita ambil. Oke. Kita dapat 3, guys. 2 hacker, 1 kripto. Apakah kita bisa memenangkan pertarungan ini, guys, melawan hacker jahat, guys? Oke. Ini Albion lewat, guys. Albion tuh yang anti DedSec, guys. Nah, itu data yang
Glad to see you're
tadi kita
alive.
ambil itu deh,
If you're
guys.
still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Fine.
Ngapain? Oh, nih tadi ini di sini ya. Kita menuju ke sini guys. Ini apa? Aduh, apa sih teks kan?
People, please, give a man a job. I'm willing to work and I've a range of skills.
Mana cara naiknya?
Bloody nuisance.
Belum bisa hijack.
GBB, first on the scene, first to bring you the news.
Nggak bisa naik. Ya sudahlah. Kita sesuai target awal. Oke, kita naik mobil guys. Kita pakai otomatis saja, auto drive.
Auto drive now enabled.
Zaman canggih begini auto drive aja.
Auto drive now disabled.
Lama mikir.
Auto drive now enabled.
Jadi belakang motor, kita depan aja.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled.
Sorry, auto drive. Auto drive, not me. Come on.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
Kan di sini kan. Suara apa?
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
I'm impressed. I took DedSec to be a group of pranksters, but sounds like at least one of you had some sense.
Bisa nggak sih ngobrol? Nggak ada ininya. Emang nggak boleh ngobrol.
Oi, watch yourself. Shit for brains.
Ngobrol dong, ngobrol. Nggak bisa ya. Ayah pakai ginian. Oke.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Oke. Lebih rempong ini.
There we are.
Oke, kita masuk ke markasnya DedSec, guys. Oke.
Christ, it's dark. Better get the power back on.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go.
Oke. Itu podcast, guys. Auto download. Hei, gelap sekali di sini ya.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want you to know. I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to...
Oke, kita nyalain powernya dulu, guys.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Wait! Sabine sent me here.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like every...
Floppy disk. Ini barang lama ini. Loh. Kok cek ke sini? Oh, yang tadi ya. Oke, misinya kita restart DedSec. Oke. Target hari ini restart DedSec. Ayo kita naiklah. Lama sekali jalannya.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use. And now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me. And it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The System Network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Bloom CTOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Bloom be able to take control of it. And CTOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad, though. It's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks. Not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Bloom has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
Oke. Ngerikannya Bloom ya. Kita akses dulu guys. Akses Bloom. Ini punyanya Bagley nih.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
Bagley, do you have any information on who the real bombers were?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Zero Day. Udah kayak virus Zero Day ya. Virus yang tidak teridentifikasi itu. Oke, apalagi? Tadi target kita Pak. Elah. Kejauhan. Restart test check. Kita restart test check dulu. Setelah restart test check, kita istirahat dulu guys.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Christ. How did you survive?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
I'm sympathetic to your cause, but you can't deny that joining DedSec is a dangerous proposition, especially these days.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance.
Yes.
And it starts with you.
Okay.
What do you say?
You're right. Let's get to it.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec.
Orang kripto jadi hacker.
Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
Oke, target sekarang apa? Oh, belum. Masih restart. Kita restart DedSec itu di mana? Test upgrade, test point ada di London. Nah, ini bisa mengupgrade nih. Biasalah, nanti kita ke tiap gedung kita cek. Nah, ini yang penting nih. Cuman nggak ada. Salah. Ini apa? Kita cek aja.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the Optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the Optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the...
Kita harus purchase ya. Apa dong? Kalau mau aman sih ini dulu.
Optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small
di menu. Ini dong, gantiin aja nih. Kenapa jadinya dia?
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
Ngapain? ada yang lain apa? Nah, ini aja keren. Kenapa jadi pakai jenggot? Hey, what's going on?
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
Taruh nih bajunya gini amat. Nah. Keren mungkin ya. Mukanya itu loh. Sedih bener. Nah, ini kan segera nih kayak masa bagusan nggak pakai muka. Nah, bayar. Ayah bayar gas. Bukannya gitu lagi dah. Semua. Oke. Nah, kan cakepan mungkin ya. Bagi orang kripto tuh kerenan dikit lah.
I'll be right down.
Could use the warm-up.
Oke, kita berantem dulu guys. Lupa cara berantem ini.
Start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. Nice one. You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. You're getting it. Nice one. Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance.
Hey, mundur. Hey.
Couldn't have done that better myself. Couldn't have done that better myself.
Wow. Gitu. Asem. Oke. Nice kan? Oke, pakainya E, mundurnya spasi.
There's only one more skill you need to master. Socialization. The rest of your team has arrived. Why not go and have a chat?
Chat. Oh, ini tim. Hey guys, where are you?
Welcome to DedSec.
Bang in. Hype to expose the bastards in charge, yeah?
Gitu aja ya. Coba yang ini.
Hello.
Yo, I can't believe we just like DedSec or whatever, with no initiation or nothing.
Does it look like we have time for that? We learn by doing.
We learn by doing.
Now that you're all as thick as cyber thieves, Sabine would like to talk to you.
Oke, kita kontak Sabine.
Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
That's very noble. But I joined DedSec to make some concrete changes.
And Albion. The PMC's occupying the city like a war zone and beating anyone who speaks out.
Don't forget Clan Kelly. Those vultures keep exploiting people who have nothing left to give.
Fair, but remember that this zero-day hacker group is still out there. They took out DedSec once, and it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
Okay. Unfuck London.
First order of business. The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
Oke. Gue tuh harus tukeran ya. Tukeran tim lah. Gimana caranya ini ya? Oh, belum bisa swab. Belum bisa swab kan. Tapi kan di awal gua tuh gak milih dia. Siapa sih? Oh, nambah lagi guys ini. Nambah 2. Oke lah. Ya betul. Bisa swab. Udahlah. Kita jalanin dulu aja guys. Oke, kita kembali ke atas. Kita lanjutkan aktivitas hacking lagi, guys.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
I've located an interesting potential recruit for you. They claim to have recently escaped from, and I'm paraphrasing here, an evil lab. I can't verify that, of course, but their abilities are real enough.
That's quite the CV. We should recruit her.
I had the same thought. Wherever they came from, they'll be a valuable asset to the Resistance. I'll set up a meeting for you. I've marked a potential recruit for you, and by recruit I mean a masked madman who hacked our optic channel and started telling everyone he was in charge.
Well, I mean, I do have seniority.
Who the hell is this?
You see what I'm dealing with here? His credentials check out. Just give him something to do to get him off my arse, would you? All right, I'm flagging a new recruit for you, but you have to promise not to make a mess in your pants when you hear who it is.
Go on.
It seems none other than Aidan Pierce has made his way to London, and apparently he's a friend of Connie's. Is there anyone she doesn't know?
Let's bring him into the fold before he loses a limb.
Cepat gol.
You'll get what's coming to you.
Restart sudah selesai, guys. Oke guys, yang misi restart sudah selesai. Kita sudahi dulu. Kita lanjut berikutnya. Oke. Thank you semuanya. Kita save dulu.